5 words. 5 words that can reveal secret challenges and beliefs that may be holding your clients back. If you're taking notes, write this down, put this in the chat. The first word is this: should. Should. Should describes shame. Should tells me someone else is describing what needs to happen. That there's an external pressure for this person to do the thing they think they should do. And so anytime I'm listening to a client and they're saying, I really should be going live. Excuse me. I really should be going on Facebook more often. I really should be on LinkedIn. I really should be on Instagram. One of my very first responses is, according to who? According to who? Who is the person that is telling you or creating that expectation that you should be doing this? And oftentimes I will challenge them. Let's take the should out. Let's stop shoulding all over yourself and let's start coulding. What is the could in this? What is the possibility here? What could you do if instead of the peer pressure or the society or the shame, you were alive about what you were doing? You were energized by what you were doing. What could you do that would be more aligned to what you really, really want in your life? If you find your client saying should, pause them. Ask them permission. Hey, is it okay if I point something out? I noticed you said the word should. Where is that coming from? Where's that expectation coming from? And I guarantee as you dive deeper, it'll unlock insight and breakthrough that allow your clients to move forward. Here's the second word. If you're taking notes, write this down. The second word is can't. Now, most people say, okay, instead of just saying can't, say can. Right? I can do this. I can do this. And yet what happens is we find ourselves trying to convince ourselves as opposed to unlocking new ways of thinking. And so instead of can't, whenever I notice the word can't, what is happening is there is a limitation, a block that exists simply in their mind that I want to help them unlock and break through. And so what I'll say is, hey, I noticed you said you couldn't do this. Can I open some possibilities for you? Is that okay? And I start off a question with, what if? What if you could? Let's just pretend. What if we found a way to make this happen? Let's just pretend. And what happens is we begin to use our imagination and paint a vision of what's possible instead of focusing on the limitation. So, number 1 is should. Number 2 is can't. Number 3, just. I'm just a coach. I'm just a consultant. I'm just a solopreneur. I'm just a one-man show or a one-woman show. I'm just... Anytime I hear the word just, I always have them slow down and I see an identity issue there. And so what happens is identity, when you unlock and shift identity, behavior actually begins to shift naturally. Why? Because identity will dictate behavior. And so as I'm uncovering what is the identity they have here, I have them reframe their language. And instead of just, I have them make a little bit more of a declarative statement. And I ask permission, hey, I noticed you said you're just a coach, but what if we added some power to that? And you said, I am a coach. I am a consultant. Well, what happens is the word just stops limiting what we do bring to the table. So I encourage you, as you're listening to your clients, if they're using the words should, can't, or just, slow down and point it out for them. Create a space where it's safe to unlock the belief that may be holding them back. Here's the 4th word. Put this in the chat. The word to. Now, not the number 2, but T-O-O. To. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too smart, or I'm too dumb, or I'm too shy, or I'm too extroverted. This again taps into identity. But it also shows me and it reveals that they see someone typically who is successful and they're comparing themselves. They're saying that person is perfect for that role. I'm too young compared to them, compared to so and so. And so what I'll typically do is I'll slow them down. I'll ask permission. Hey, can I point something out? I noticed you said you were too young to do this. Can I ask? Compared to who? And what'll happen is they'll reveal, well, that person's, 50 years old, 30 years old, however old, or however young, or whatever the case is. And then we'll begin to identify, well, what was their journey to get to that place? Because they weren't always there. And what if you treated yourself as if you were becoming that person every day? And not just becoming that person, but you found what made you unique, and you became more of you. How would you light up? How would your soul be on fire? And the fifth word, put this in the chat. Ooh, this is a good one. The word need. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. Well, again, asking permission. Can I reframe that for you? What if you didn't need to do this, but you decided to do it? Right? Need oftentimes indicates an ongoing to-do list. I need to do that and this and this and that. And it just becomes overwhelming and they never get it done. So what I'll do is I say, hey, what are you deciding to do today or tomorrow or this week? And we put it right in front of them. So it becomes not a need, but a decision that they've made.